Welcome today to Tracy's Truths. Do you ever wonder why you do the things you do? Why you react the way you react to certain issues and people in your life? Well, I know I do. And so I've put in hours and hours of research and done some analysis on why I struggle with certain issues in my life and who's to blame for these struggles. Well, I have found out why, and I have been able to draw some conclusive answers on who is to blame for some issues that I'm struggling with in my life. Now, I found a lot of issues that I'm struggling with, and we don't have time to go down the huge list of all the things that I need answers for. So I picked my top three. I picked three that I really wanted to focus on and get some answers on who is to blame for these issues and these things that I need to have some resolution on. So let's just jump right in there and start with topic number one. Topic number one is, why do I have a hard time and I really struggle with dealing with people who lack integrity? Integrity is a quality of honesty and having consistent moral values. And I really struggle with dealing with people and being around people who lack integrity, who lack honesty and ethical and moral behaviors. I really struggle with having tolerance for those people. And why is that? Blame it on my parents. That was the conclusive answer that I came to. My parents taught me that integrity means something in your life. My dad, who served honorably for over 20 years in the Air Force, really embodied the Air Force beliefs of integrity first. We should have integrity and honesty and ethics in all that we do. Integrity first, service before self. Well, my dad served over 20 years honorably in the Air Force, so he obviously really believed in service before self, but he extended this to country before self, to family before self. He really was a great role model on putting your family first in your life and also being honorable to the Air Force and to serve his country and to put value in the United States of America. And the last thing, excellence in all we do. My dad always believed in try your best to be excellent in everything that you do. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect, doesn't mean you're going to make mistakes, but if you strive for that excellence in all that you do, there's a better chance that you're going to do a good job at it the first go round. My mom taught me that your words and your actions speak volumes about who you are, that your words and actions should mean something. And when you give somebody your word and you show them through your actions, they'll begin to count on that and know that's the kind of person you are. So why do I struggle with people who lack integrity? The answer is blame it on my parents. So the second issue I needed some answers for, I struggle being an independent thinker. Why is that? Why do I see both sides of it? Why do I have the respect for somebody who differs in something that I don't believe in? Blame it on my parents. I have found out that my parents have always taught me that the core values should be the things that bind us. The core values that I share with my family and friends, the consistent moral beliefs, that integrity, those are the things that bind us together. And the differences that we should have respect for each other as long as those differences are not going to the core values of who we are. If I don't agree with a friend on something and that friend is not affecting our core value, a friend is not affecting the integrity of who that person is, so we differ in that. Okay, you like Pepsi, I like Coke. What does that matter? You believe different than I do on a religious belief. That doesn't make either one right or wrong. I understand their belief and they're welcome to theirs and I'm welcome to mine. It doesn't affect the core values of what binds us together. So why am I an independent thinker? I blame it on my parents who taught me to really respect the people that I share those core values with and respect the differences that we have. The third thing I struggle with is, why do I have a live and let live attitude? just real laid back and not try not to be judgmental of things or people. Well, I want to be judgmental. So why is it that I have that live and let live attitude? Once again, blame it on my parents. They taught me that I'm accountable, that Tracy is accountable for her actions and her words. I'm not accountable for yours. I'm accountable for mine. So with that being said, I have friends of every ethnicity. I have friends of all political beliefs. As long as we share those core values and as long as they're a person of integrity, live and let live. I'm not going to judge their stance on something. I don't have to agree. I just have to have respect that they respect my opinion and I respect their opinion. Therefore, I'm not going to judge what they believe in, and I'm not going to judge their lifestyle, and I'm not going to judge the decisions that they make as long as they don't affect me. Live and let live. Blame it on my parents. So I thought about, some would say, well, you've had negative and adversarial situations happen in your life, and that's true. I've had a lot of them. Shouldn't you blame that on your parents too? Well, I thought about that. And the answer is they too have had adversarial situations and negative things happen to them. And I don't blame them for those things happening in my life, but I do blame them for this. I blame my parents that I have resilience, that I have the ability to pick myself up when things happen. I have the ability to get up and move forward. I blame my parents for that. My dad once told me, don't go through life with regrets. You wish things would have been done differently in your past, but don't look back and dwell on them and give them energy and live with regrets. So I could go through life and I could blame my family, my friends, my coworkers, life experiences, and look back on all those negative things and blame them for all the negative things that have happened. Or I can choose to look at my family, my friends, and my coworkers and life experiences and pull out the positives. Well, I blame my parents. I choose to pull out the positives. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I blame you. Thank you today for joining me on Tracy's Truths. I hope you'll join me next week for Fast Food and Parenting. Thank you.